Coronation Street teen Betsy Swain has some big news next week, revealing that she's landed a place at the London College of Fashion. The revelation thrills her stepmom Carla to pieces, but how will Lisa feel about her daughter potentially leaving home for the first time? London's calling for Betsy. Pursuing fashion has always been her dream, and now she's landed a spot at a prestigious college in the capital, explains our Corrie source. At first, Betsy is nervous about telling her moms, but when she finally gets around to it, Carla is over the moon for her. It's yet to be seen whether Lisa will feel the same, though. The week kicks off with Betsy informing her best friend Lauren Bolton about the exciting new opportunity, while also admitting that she's concerned about leaving Dylan Wilson behind. Is she right to worry about her relationship? During the same conversation, Betsy also confesses to Lauren that she's yet to confide in Lisa and Carla about the result of her application. Betsy and Lisa are so close these days, continues our spy. They're in a super strong place and love hanging out at number 6 together. As a result, Betsy knows how much Lisa would miss her if she left, so she feels anxious about sharing her update. Still, Betsy bites the bullet and reveals all to her mums while they're gathered in the kitchen. Will Lisa give Betsy her blessing to leave for London? Or will she be too gutted to allow her daughter to fly the nest? The scenes come in the build-up to a bigger storyline for Betsy, which cast have been teasing for a while. A life-changing event for Betsy is on the way, and this will ultimately see Lisa and Carla pull together when she needs their support. Lisa and Carla have been through such a lot and come out the other side stronger, explains our insider. Now they will need to be there for Betsy and help her come to terms with a shocking turn of events that threatens to change her life forever. Vicky Myers, who plays Lisa, previously told us, "If Betsy's involved, I think it's safe to say that Lisa will be somewhere looking over her shoulder. But what's to come is huge, and I'm looking forward to getting started with it." That is extremely powerful, but I can't say much about it. It is going to be brilliant. Coronation Street reveals Betsy's bombshell as she plots a major move. Weathered cobbles glisten under the dull glow of a passing Weatherfield street lamp, but inside number 7, something far more volatile than the Manchester rain is brewing. Betsy's return to the center of attention has never been quiet, but this time, even Coronation Street fans weren't ready for the storm she's about to unleash. It begins with whispers. Subtle at first, almost dismissible. Betsy has been acting differently, more guarded, more calculated, as if every word she speaks is measured against a secret clock ticking only she can hear. Her phone always face down. Her answers, short and clipped. Even her laughter, once effortless and bright, now feels rehearsed, like she's performing a version of herself rather than living it. And then comes the bombshell. On a seemingly ordinary morning, as Roy's Rolls fills with the usual hum of gossip, coffee cups, and quiet chaos, Betsy drops a revelation that sends shockwaves through Weatherfield. She's leaving. Not just for a few days. Not for a brief escape. But for good. Or at least, for long enough that nothing will be the same when she's gone. "I've made my decision," she says, her voice steady but her eyes betraying the storm inside her. "I'm moving. Properly moving. I can't stay here anymore." The room freezes. Conversations die mid-sentence. Even Roy himself pauses, teacup hovering in the air like time has momentarily forgotten how to move forward. But Betsy's announcement isn't just about leaving Coronation Street. It's about everything she's been hiding beneath the surface. For weeks, she has been quietly unraveling a plan. A major move that connects not only to her future, but to a past she has never fully confronted. Friends assumed she was simply restless, another young resident dreaming of bigger cities and brighter lights. But the truth runs deeper. Betsy isn't running toward something. She's running from something she can no longer ignore. Rumors swirl almost instantly. Is it family pressure? A broken relationship? Or something darker? Something Betsy has kept locked away behind carefully constructed smiles? One of the most unsettling discoveries comes when Craig notices discrepancies in Betsy's recent movements. Odd absences, unexplained trips into Manchester, and hushed phone calls taken just out of earshot. He tries to ask her directly, but Betsy deflects with practiced ease. "You're overthinking it," she tells him with a faint smile that doesn't reach her eyes. "It's just life. People move on." But Craig isn't convinced. And neither is Maria, who senses that Betsy's move isn't just geographical, it's emotional. possibly even dangerous. As the episode unfolds, viewers are taken deeper into Betsy's internal conflict. Flashbacks hint at unresolved tension, a fractured trust, a decision made too quickly, a moment she wishes she could undo but cannot. Every clue points toward a life she has been trying to outrun by staying busy, staying social, staying invisible in plain sight. The real twist, however, comes when Betsy reveals the destination of her move. It isn't London. It isn't abroad. It's somewhere far more unexpected, a place tied directly to a person she once vowed never to think about again. I got an offer, she admits later, alone with someone she trusts. A real one. A fresh start. But it means leaving everything behind here, and I mean everything. The weight of that everything hangs heavily in the air. Her words suggest not just ambition, but escape. And in Coronation Street, escape is never simple. It always comes with consequences. As word spreads across the street, reactions fracture into different emotional camps. Some residents see opportunity for Betsy, a chance to reinvent herself away from old mistakes and lingering gossip. Others see abandonment, a betrayal of relationships she built brick by brick in Weatherfield's tight-knit community. Tracy is quick to voice suspicion. People don't just decide to vanish unless something's pushing them, she mutters, watching Betsy from across the street with narrowed eyes. Or unless they've done something they don't want catching up with them. Meanwhile, Steve takes a softer stance, insisting Betsy is simply growing up. She's young, he says. She's allowed to change her mind about where she wants her life to go. But even he can't shake the feeling that there's more to the story than Betsy is willing to share. The emotional center of the episode arrives when Betsy confronts someone from her closest circle. The conversation is raw, unfiltered, and long overdue. Years of trust, disappointment, and unspoken resentment spill out in a single exchange that finally reveals the true reason behind her decision. It isn't just ambition. It isn't just fear. It's control. Betsy has realized she has been living her life on terms set by others. Family expectations, friend group dynamics, emotional obligations she never agreed to but somehow inherited anyway. The major move is her attempt to reclaim ownership of her future before it becomes something she no longer recognizes. I can't keep being who everyone else needs me to be, she admits. I need to find out who I actually am when nobody's watching. That moment shifts everything. For all the drama, gossip, and suspicion, Betsy's decision suddenly feels less like betrayal and more like survival. Still, Coronation Street never lets a departure happen without complication. Just as Betsy prepares to finalize her plans, an unexpected obstacle emerges, something that forces her to reconsider the timing of her exit. A secret comes to light that ties her more tightly to Weatherfield than she ever realized. A connection she cannot simply walk away from without consequences that could ripple far beyond her own life. The final scenes leave viewers suspended between certainty and doubt. Betsy stands at the edge of her decision, suitcase half-packed, heart clearly divided. The street outside hums with ordinary life, unaware that one of its own is about to step into the unknown. And then, just before the credits roll, she receives a message. Unread. Unanswered. But powerful enough to stop her cold. Her expression changes, subtle at first, then unmistakable. Whatever she reads doesn't just challenge her plan. It threatens to rewrite it entirely. Is Betsy really leaving Weatherfield behind? Or is this major move only the beginning of a far more complicated chapter? On Coronation Street, nothing is ever as final as it seems. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Coronation Street Scoop News Update.